A witch's power stems from desire. This is an ancient law inscribed in our bloodline. Once a witch comes of age, the powerful magic within becomes restless, craving union with a strong partner to achieve balance. Otherwise, the long nights would be consumed by uncontrolled magic turning against us. The Covenant elders, fearing we might indulge recklessly and invite unnecessary trouble, decreed that our first task upon coming of age was to select suitable partners, strengthening relationships with other races through marriage. Today we had just arrived at the altar, not yet having time to properly observe the various males before us. The girl beside me gently nudged me. On our way here, I saw your sister Ella running frantically toward the shadow forest. No one could stop her. Isn't she participating in the ceremony? At these words I immediately understood. It seemed I wasn't the only one reborn. My dear sister had apparently returned from the previous life as well. Her urgent rush toward the shadow forest was likely for her dream of royal glory and wealth. Before I could respond, a fierce wind suddenly arose outside, and dark clouds gathered in the sky. In an instant darkness fell. Several magnificent black gold carriages pulled by nightmare beasts descended from above, and vampire emissaries appeared before us, announcing the prince's decree. My heart sank. Having experienced this before, I knew this was Prince Alexander coming to claim his savior as his bride. In my past life, my sister had deliberately made things difficult for me, sending me to the shadow forest to gather moonflowers. For her, unexpectedly, through a twist of fate, I stumbled upon a man who had been ambushed by enemies and lay unconscious on the ground. Originally, I intended to use a witch's life energy to revive him while satisfying my most primal desires. To my surprise, upon awakening, he gave me the vampire regent's signet ring. Not only did he reveal his identity as a vampire prince, but he also directly announced through bloodline communication that I would be his future companion. Our witch covenant held neither high nor low status. We had never received such honor. Naturally, I had no choice in the matter. My fate was decided within a few words. Though vampires are lords of the night, they harbor unknown secrets. To nurture a pureblood heir, the mother must use her own life essence as nourishment for the fetus to absorb. The vampire bloodline power is particularly domineering. Ordinary females from other races simply cannot withstand it. Most die from life force depletion after a few months of pregnancy, taking both lives. But by chance I survived. I directly gave birth to the only pureblood heir of this vampire generation. The vampire regent was overjoyed and immediately formed an eternal blood contract with me. Decades later, when Alexander inherited the regent's position, I naturally became his only queen, enjoying endless wealth and glory. Meanwhile, my sister, who had chosen the werewolf leader, discovered he was promiscuous with many lovers. She could never become his soul moon companion. Seeing him only once a month, how could that satisfy her nature as a witch? She washed her face with tears daily, living in unbearable pain. Finally, on the day of the witch's full moon festival, she lured me to a cliff's edge and pushed me over. I'll never forget that dying despair. Suddenly, surrounded by covenant elders, Alexander appeared before everyone holding my sister's hand, his face full of affection. Ella is kind-hearted. She saved me in the forest. From now on, she is my chosen bride. Following protocol, I knelt down. My sister looked down at the crowd with barely concealed triumph. However, where she couldn't see, the corners of my mouth curved slightly upward. Dear sister, since you're so eager to die, I suppose I'll have to grant your wish.